Time was nothing to Vegala Infinity. Being strapped to the center of a galaxy brings with it an oscillated existence. Being responsible for time itself holds you to no time but the core. Timeless as it may be, Tyrant's abode felt like centuries. Woe, dismay, fatigued with guilt not his own to bear. The blockade of failure flooding inside, anxiety is the timekeeper, and it doesn't carry weight for anyone. A house made of glass, and unwilling to cast the first stone, Tyrant can only watch on as the outside world casts their own. Days, months, perhaps years would pass before gazing upon a common theme. He would pay a smidge more attention to those walking past his sarcophagus and notice a group of Velveta vanguards strolling by, yet another of the many tribes that exist throughout the lands. A stark contrast between the desolation of Tyrant's plateau of a disarray and the ever-so-cheerful group. But falling behind was one Velvetan Vergalian that stood out above the others. It appears Tyrant may not be the only tragedy succumbed to mental confinement. It all seemed too good to be true, but it was too soon to act now. He would lay waiting, looking outside of his window, each day to see if the same pattern would repeat. And to his amazement, such fate would come to pass. This mysterious soul would fall further and further back as the others would giggle among themselves. It was at this point in time that Tyrant knew for once in his miserable life, he wasn't alone. No more beholden to the cavalcade of self-destruction that bound him. It was time to learn more about this miracle. However, it had dawned upon him gifts weren't often given, only earned. Could it be that the deities gave him pity and mercy? It all seemed too good to be true, but if one could rise from gutter to glory, perhaps being a king did not matter anymore. The dream to become a god no longer resided in the deity's own choosing. Destiny was not bound by their choosing anymore. This time, Tyrant was about to become his own king, on the hunt for his own queen.
Die, not gonna lie, there's no turning back for the reckoning man, taking turns with his hand. was soon to be his, but little did he know he had enough of feeling like a criminal. These eyes on fire so sick, the cry of a new mind had dropped the weapons, have let it dry, regaining strength to free his life. No more as he dropped the gun and knife. He wrote these words with a broken pen. This time I'm coming back. This is the king of the crowd as he holds up the crown. But there's no more looking down. Yeah, the promised man comes back around. This is the point where he learned when his life took a turn. You never heard of a comeback like this. He's a fucking king. He's a fucking king. One more picture on the wall. Two more times to rise and fall. Three ways to harm without keeping calm. She has nothing more to lose in this game. In the dark hall of fame, her life was riddled to the shame. This girl was born and yet without knowing she stood up proud. She had enough of feeling mighty victimized. Relentless things to criticize. Her tears show lesser fears as she dropped the bullets and let it slide. Regaining strength to free her life. No more as she dropped the gun and knife. She wrote these words with a broken pen. This time I'm coming back. This is the queen of the crowd as she holds up the crown. There's no more looking down. Get up on his girl comes back around. This is the point where she learned when her life took a turn. You never heard of a comeback like this. She's a fucking queen as they hate the remorse like a stallion on a horse, leading back and blue in the face of its horse, holding up higher and prouder than the shadows are born. Now the curse has been torn, now they're forever. Fighting a case against the dreaded masquerade. They had dealt their own cards tonight, but there's a will, there's a might, stronger than the night. Just off the ground. This was the point where they learned as their lives took a turn. You never heard of a comeback like this. They're a fucking